Every day we watch videos on YouTube. Some people watch for entertainment, some for education, some for gaming, and some just keep scrolling through shorts. But think about this. If most videos on YouTube are free, how does YouTube make billions of dollars? Because YouTube is not just a video platform, it is a global business ecosystem where viewers provide attention, creators produce content, and advertisers pay to reach that attention. And the scale is enormous. In 2025, YouTube's annual revenue from ads and subscriptions combined exceeded $60 billion. But the real question is, where does YouTube's money actually come from? And even more interesting, how does money flow through this entire business? Today, we're going to break down YouTube's entire economics in a simple way. How does YouTube actually make money? To understand YouTube's business model, remember this simple formula: content, viewers, attention, advertisers, money. Creators make videos. Viewers watch those videos. The more people watch, the more attention YouTube generates, and advertisers say, "We want this audience." That's where YouTube's biggest revenue engine begins: advertising. In 2025, YouTube generated approximately $11.4 billion in advertising revenue in just one quarter, Q4. Now think about it. A person is watching a video on YouTube for free, but before, during, or around that video, they may see an advertisement. The advertiser pays YouTube, and YouTube generates revenue from that advertising ecosystem. And advertisers say, "We want this audience." That's where YouTube's biggest revenue engine begins: advertising. In 2025, YouTube generated approximately $11.4 billion in advertising revenue in just one quarter, Q4. Now think about it. A person is watching a video on YouTube for free, but before, during, or around that video, they may see an advertisement. The advertiser pays YouTube, and YouTube generates revenue from that advertising ecosystem. In other words, the viewer may not be paying money, but the viewer's attention is creating business value. Why do advertisers pay YouTube? Now the question is, why do brands spend so much money on YouTube? Because YouTube doesn't just provide an audience, it gives brands the opportunity to reach a targeted audience. Imagine a company is launching a new smartphone. It doesn't need to show its advertisement to every person. It wants to reach people who are interested in technology. YouTube has a massive data ecosystem connected to viewers' viewing behavior and interests. This allows advertisers to make their campaigns more relevant to specific audiences. And today, YouTube is no longer limited to mobile screens. According to YouTube's CEO, television has become the primary device for watching YouTube in the US, and YouTube continues to lead US streaming watch time. That means YouTube is no longer just an app. It exists across televisions, smartphones, computers, and connected devices. And the more places people watch, the more viewing happens. And the more opportunities YouTube has to monetize that attention. 15. Now we come to YouTube's second major engine: subscriptions. YouTube Premium. People pay a monthly subscription and receive benefits such as ad-free viewing, background play, and offline downloads. In 2025, YouTube announced that YouTube Music and Premium had reached 125 million subscribers globally, including trials. This means YouTube also has customers who pay directly, and this business model is extremely powerful. Why? Because with advertising, the revenue comes from the advertiser, but with subscriptions, revenue comes directly from the user. And that is YouTube's second major engine. YouTube has described ads and subscriptions as its twin-engine business model. But YouTube doesn't keep all the money. Now comes the most interesting part of the story. YouTube isn't the only one making money. Creators make money too. A creator makes a video. A viewer watches it, an advertiser pays, and eligible creators receive a share of the revenue generated through YouTube's monetization ecosystem. That is one of the reasons millions of creators continue producing content on YouTube. And this creates one of YouTube's most powerful economic loops. Think about it. Creators, more content. more content, more viewers.
More viewers, more watch time, more advertising opportunities, more revenue, more creator incentive. And then the cycle starts again. So, YouTube's biggest asset isn't just its technology. Its real asset is its creator ecosystem. In 2025, YouTube highlighted how creators, advertisers, and fans are building a global entertainment economy around the platform. YouTube also has billions in costs. But there's something people often forget. Revenue does not mean profit. YouTube has to spend enormous amounts of money to operate this entire ecosystem. Servers, data centers, bandwidth, engineering, artificial intelligence, content acquisition, copyright systems, security, and moderation. And one of the biggest expenses, infrastructure. According to Alphabet's financial disclosures, YouTube-related content acquisition and technical infrastructure costs are part of Google's overall cost structure. Imagine this. People around the world are uploading thousands of videos every minute. YouTube has to store them, process them, convert them into different resolutions, deliver them to users instantly, and then its recommendation system has to decide.
Which video should we show next? None of this is free. Now we come to one of YouTube's most powerful components, the recommendation algorithm. You open YouTube, the first video appears, then another, and suddenly you realize you've been watching YouTube for 40 minutes. That engagement is extremely valuable to the business because more watch time can mean more videos watched, more opportunities for ads, more creator activity, more user engagement, and ultimately, more monetization opportunities. There's also an interesting psychological idea here. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman extensively researched attention and decision-making. One important part of his work is the idea that our minds operate with limited attention and mental resources. YouTube's challenge is to keep that limited attention on its platform for as long as possible. That's why the recommendation system isn't simply a tool for finding videos. It is a critical part of YouTube's business model. YouTube is also entering the shopping business. And YouTube doesn't want to be limited to videos and advertising. There's another major opportunity.
Shopping. Imagine you're watching a product review. You like the product, and right around that content, you get a path to purchase it. So the journey becomes content discovery, trust, purchase. For YouTube, this creates another potential monetization opportunity. Alphabet has also highlighted YouTube's efforts around shoppable ad formats and creator partnerships to expand shopping on the platform. So the next time you watch a free video on YouTube, remember, you're not just a viewer, you're part of the entire business model. Your attention is valuable to advertisers. Creators turn that attention into content. YouTube provides the technology and distribution that connects everything together, and brands spend money to reach that attention. That's why YouTube's real product isn't just video. Its real product is attention at global scale. And that's how a free video platform became a business worth billions of dollars. If you want to understand the hidden economics behind more businesses and companies, don't forget to